Thank you very much for your support, and thank you to my patrons for making this video possible. Enjoy the video, guys.
What a maneuver!
Welcome back, everybody. Our second reveal video is Dabi3. Kind of a lot of Dabi. This character's super popular. I don't know how big of a deal he becomes in the TV show, but he was like just introduced when I had, kind of stopped watching, and so it's a little interesting to see him super popular. But he's got 3 iterations now. The third one is Chaos, Evil, Fire. Seems about right. He's very I don't know. He's very villainous. I don't know what else to say. He's got League of Villains and the villain keyword, so obviously Universes Games agrees with me. But enhance your rival checks against a 5. If they fail, they reveal the top card. Or if they fail, reveal the top card of your deck. So not like a great payoff. Nothing that like moves the board immediately. But the second enhance is this attack gets one. Excuse me. The second enhance is this attack gets +1 or -1 speed. Each check your rival has made during this attack. The response after your attack deals damage, your rival loses 1 health. So, I don't know how many cards on Chaos and Fire force you to make checks. So I don't know how many cards you're actually gonna get to do to make checks, but like this character reads as +2 speed and +1 damage in like the worst way. Getting the top of your deck knowledge is really cool, but he doesn't have a way to actually on face make you not check a 5. Not even once per turn. And being a 6-hander with no innate card draw doesn't feel very good either. I'm hopeful, similar to my best Genus video, I'm hopeful that this makes his game plan more of like a one big attack or like a big poke strategy where he makes you make a bazillion checks and then gives the attack a bazillion speed and then gets a bunch of damage from his card pool, or from his card pool, right? From his available cards that he has access to. But I don't really see it. I'm glad that he doesn't have a fucking cremation gimmick again. I'm glad about that. I'm glad we didn't just go like super heavy on actions. But yeah, he reads as like +1, +2 speed, +1 damage, and only if you're playing the evil symbol. So at face value, he doesn't seem very good. I assume almost all of his attacks are going to force the rival to make a check or punish them for failing them. So let's take a look at the kit. But right now, Dabi3 is very do nothing. He's hoops to jump through to do very little. So this time we're starting with the rare attack. It's Blue Flame Immolation, 5 difficulty, 4 high for 5, enhance card pool. Okay, so we talked about having card pool assets, having things in your card pool to help you. Enhance card pool, lose 1 health. Your rival checks against a 5. If they fail, this attack gets 1 speed and 1 damage. So there you go. Already, the very first thing on a rare is a way to make a check on every attack. Now, it's not a foundation, so you can't, sit on it forever, but here's an attack that technically has an enhance on every single attack for the turn if you play it first, and adds more speed and damage. So this feels like it's going to be very important to his kit. I'm curious if he's going to have a way to add it to his own card pool, though, and potentially make it not count towards progressive. It does have good keywords. For charge and range, those are primo fucking keywords, though. So that gives me hope for the Chaos and the Fire symbol, because so far, Chaos and Fire needed ways to make control checks, or to force the rival to make control checks, I should say. And so this gives me a lot of hope for those symbols. What doesn't give me hope is the only other ability on this card is the Deadlock response. Also a card pull ability, though. After you lose health to pay a cost, your rival loses 1 health. Does he do that on face? I don't think he does, right? Okay. That's kind of weird. I don't... Wait, so, okay. Is Mr. Compress a cost? Hold on, I'm getting sidetracked. I know we're supposed to talk about Dabi. Was Mr. Compress a cost? Form, lose 1 health. Colon! Bro, we just have... That's our alternate win condition. We just have to have like 2 more health than you. Get you into deadlock. And then we just press the form over and over and over and over again. Nice. I like it. That's my favorite thing about this card, is that I can Mr. Compress the shit out of you on evil. Other than that, it feels like it's, you know, kind of an oblong wedge to make the kit work and to give him stats to be relevant. So I think if you get this card in every one of your attack turns, you're probably doing A-okay. Because now all of a sudden, you're not plus, where is it? You're not plus 2 speed and 1 damage. You're like plus 4 speed and plus 2 damage. And that's legit stat. Your opponent still has to fail though, so maybe you're not. Maybe you're just plus 2 speed and they block. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm waiting for the check hack. The ultra rare. 5 difficulty, 5 low for 5. That's promising. That's a little promising. Card pull flip. A lot of card pull abilities here. He's got to have something to add stuff to his own card pool, right? Flip, discard 1 momentum. After your rival makes a check, it gets -2. Okay. Failing it does not end the combat phase. I love that. It's any check. So we can use it to get more stats. We can use it as a fake 2 speed. We can use it to, like, defensively break or 2. It costs some momentum, and it's once per turn, right? It's like once per game, kind of, whatever, because you flip it. But I don't hate that. I think that that's a really cool ability. I think more stuff like that is really good for the game. Let's see the enhanced, though. When you play it as an attack, your rival checks against a 6. All right, that's good. We've had only checks against a 5 so far. If they fail, this attack gets 1 damage, and your next check to play an attack gets +1. You may play this enhanced 2 times. Okay. Okay. It's pretty cool. This one's very cool. It's a cool card overall. I feel like I'd like it more as like a 4 diff 4 low 4, but yeah, you know, beggars can't be choosers. This one's cool. I like that it has a defensive use to it. I wonder how often you'll be using it just for +2 speed. But like, I love the idea that I'm gonna play multiple of these or put multiple of these into my card pool. And it's almost like my attack is gonna get like EX2, or I'm gonna get you to like fail a whole bunch of different checks. Like, I want to have multiple of these out to like fire off all my effects. So I think this one's neat. The discard of momentum is probably going to be harder to get off than I want, especially if we're playing this in Dabi. But it is what it is. Burn combo. Fury ranged, so not bad keywords. Fire wants this. Your rival checks against a 6. That's good. If they fail this attack and your next attack, get +2 speed. Alright, so this is just Pharaoh Shot. It's understated Pharaoh Shot, but it has a block. Pharaoh Shot didn't have a block, and it was a 3 high for 5. This is a better zone, and it gets, you know, 1 less speed, 1 less damage. Where's the combo, though? It's called Burn Combo, and it doesn't have a combo enhance. What the fuck, Universe's games? I guess if it's a mess up, it's Jasko, right? They said it's smooth sailing, it's Universes. I don't know. But like, dude, what happened with this card? I feel like there was something else on this card, but having this pump the speed of the next attack was too good. Because if you're playing it in Dabi, it is like a 3 speed, right? Because how many checks you're going to make. It's actually going to be faster than that. So, it's not bad. I don't think most decks are going to end up playing this unless they're like I think this is like a weird Tokoyami card. But the rival checks against the 6 is basically saying stun 1 or +4 speed over the turn unless you check that, right? So it's a little riskier. And like bigger 70 card pile Momo decks are going to check 5s all the time. And they'll have the card to commit for this. So it feels a little rough. Quick Burn, powerful 3 on a mid attack again. Let's go. 4 mid for 4, powerful 3. Name a card type, reveal the top card of your deck. If the card matches the named card type, add to your momentum. Villain enhance. I like that. I like villain enhance. Your rival's next check this enhanced up gets -2. Okay, so this is the card we've been looking for. It has a win condition, right? Powerful 3. It has a payoff. It uses our look at the top card. This is the only thing so far that has cared about the top card of our deck, which is kind of wild to me. Maybe the foundations will, but again, it's like there's 3 different ideas and they're not coming together, right? They're not really working in unison, because this is the only card so far that has like given you a payoff for knowing what the top card of your deck is, and you're like gonna want it to be an attack. You know, you're like gonna want it to be like, I'm getting rid of a bad check to get a momentum, not I'm getting rid of a 5 check. So it's kind of weird, but you know, it's interesting. Now, similar to Destined for Mainstream, the fact that this is going to, at worst, let you know what the top card of your deck is, that's pretty cool. I think this will be a draft superstar. I think if you're playing a villain... Oh, it's this enhanced step. Okay, so it can't hack a block check. Hopefully there's another villain in the set that forces you to make checks. But I think if you're like drafting Dabi, getting a bunch of quick burns sounds like a pretty good idea. I think it's kind of neat. Other than that, though, yeah, it's just these cards are kind of all over the place. It seems like it's really about the rare and the ultra rare, and these other 2 cards are just here because he needed 4 diffs. And I don't know. It doesn't seem like everything really plays together. He's just he's finding different ways to get stats. Activating Hood. What does that mean? What does the activating hood mean? Does he have like a hooded jacket on and we can't see? Oh, Hood is the Nomu. Okay, he gets... Oh, so he turns on the Nomu. Got it. Okay. Just a weird card name. Enhance Mill 1. This is our first sign of Mill 1. Your rival checks against a 6. If they fail, commit this card and this attack gets +2 damage. Okay. So it's his gimmick for E-commit +2 damage. It's kind of weird. The mill is kind of random too. I guess it's a way to get rid of a card if you don't like it off the top. More ways to make checks is good though for him. Villain enhanced Tenacious Flip. Your next check to play a card gets +1. Okay. So you still get... It's kind of like... It's like a sideways flip for +2. I don't know. It's very weird. This card is very like... simple, but getting the right sequencing out of it seems unnecessarily obtuse. But I feel like you kind of need it on Chaos and Fire, just to have cards that like force rivals to make checks. I don't know what to think of this card. It's very simple. It's a basic idea. It's technically stun hate if you're a villain, so that's cool. Fiery Confrontation, response flip. After your rival makes a check to play an attack or action, that check gets -1. Okay, we got a Cage Fighter reprint. I can now play the evil symbol. I'm down. We got a guy at my locals who plays nothing but evil, because he played in like 2006 when the evil symbol was bonkers. And he's looking for cards like this, right? He's looking for check hacks and ways to like shut the rival down. So, very cool stuff. It doesn't stop your opponent from blocking, which I think Cage Fighter did. Cage Fighter is like non-foundation card, so it's like if they block with a non-foundation, it works. It's weird, but this one's cool. I think this one's cool. I'm gonna be playing this card probably more than I want to admit. League Handler, 3/4. Response: rival's turn, remove. After your rival makes a check gets -X. X equals the number of checks they've made this combat phase. Woo! That's pretty big. That's a pretty big hack. This is, I don't know what to think of this one. Deadlock Breaker 2 is kind of nothing. The fact that it's unique hurts a lot. But this is how you actually kill people, right? You make your opponent makes a bazillion checks, and then you just send a big powerful 3 move, and they can't possibly pass it. This stops like plus ultra, right? Your opponent has to block on a 5, and they'll never check a 5 if you're Dabi or anyone who forces you to make checks. I think Evil Shigaraki becomes a real deck because of this card. I truly believe that. I think Evil Shigaraki... Oh, it's rival turn only? Oh, I'm tripping. The chat point out it's rival turn only. Okay, never mind. This card sucks. Respond, discard an attack for no cost? I guess so. It's still pretty good. I was going to mention on defense it's kind of bonkers. So if it's only defensive, damn, that's rough. A 3-4, but it's defense. You know, I like that I can do it on the rival's turn more than I could do it to just be fake speed, but I really thought you could close out a game with this. It's still pretty good though. Yeah, League Invitation feels better the more I think. Yeah, now that it doesn't... League Invitation helps me win a game. Maybe we sideboard this going second. I really read this card and I was like, oh, this is just a big check hack. And historically, big check hacks have been used to win the game. Based on just being like big speed bonuses. But it's cool. It's a very cool card. This would be really good for your draft deck too if it wasn't a rare. Man, I was trying to think of all the cool evil kill cards, but it's very nice. It is basically saying that if you are Dabi or Shigaraki 3, you get to its wipe 1 attack. Like, the likelihood that your rival can check all those times through a string, like, you know, if you are playing stuff like League Invitation with it, it does get better, right? So you don't have to choose necessarily. We can play some number of League Invitation and some number of League Handler. But like a Shigaraki deck can cause you to make like 2 or 3 checks on just the first attack, depending on what you're trying to run. So I don't think this one is man, if it played both sides of the board, this would have been an A+ for sure. If this could like help you kill your opponent, this would have been an A+. As such, I'll give it a solid B. I'll give this one a solid B. It does check hack pretty heavy. I do think that this can save you from a turn 2 fairly consistently if you are characters who force the rival to make checks, and that is very valuable in this format. The last one is No Remorse. The 1/5 enhanced flip. If your rival has made 3 or more checks this turn, draw a card. Seems pretty good. Dabi3 had a card like this where it was like if you have enough cards removed, draw a card. So just another 1/5 flip, calling for backup style thing that you can do you know, in different ways. So that's neat. It's calling for backup but with a different gimmick. So I think that that's fine. Overall, I give the Dabi kit like a C+. I think that Dabi himself brings it down a lot. I think his kit is doing just strong enough things to really consider it. And I think that when all the pieces come together in a Shigaraki 3 deck, it's going to look pretty cool. But I think as far as Dabi goes, I think including him with his own kit, it looks like a struggle. It looks like a struggle. It's a different way to play the game, which is cool. I think anything that affects control checks and the card pool is the best parts of universes, because it's the parts of universes that are unique to universes, but I just don't know if it's doing enough. And the fact that he has no cards in his kit that add these cards to his card pool blows my mind. So again, these are all early. These are first impressions. Maybe someone else in this set, maybe a back page card will give him access to these things. What do you guys think though? Are you playing Dabi3, or are you just going to take these cards to play in your evil Shigaraki deck? Let me know in the comments below.